So I've been thinking about becoming a minimalist for maybe a year now. It started to come to mind when I first moved into my apartment, and it just intrigued me to have the things just what I need and a few wants. Because a quote that I really really like is the things that you own end up owning you. How many of you have are controlled by your possessions where monthly payments and so much clutter, so many things, items that you have, and it doesn't make you happy. They're just things, and you can live a better life without it. And so it intrigued me, so I like the idea of that. And once you lose everything, you're free to do anything. Because I've always heard people tell me, which is an interesting thought, the richest people are the people that don't own anything because they have nothing to lose. But if you have so much stuff, then it's like you're consumed by those things. Now, of course, it's not for everybody. It's not meant for every person's lifestyle. I guess I'm just talking about it for me and why I like it. When I first moved out, I first thought, well, maybe I'm just organized because in my apartment, everything has a place. My junk drawer, it doesn't look like a junk drawer. It's organized. Everything goes somewhere. There's no clutter anywhere. If one thing is out of place, I immediately just take it off and put it somewhere else because I don't like that, whatever. It's just so simple. It's very easy, and I just feel it feels breathable. There's not so much stuff and things that I have, at the end of the week when I lived at my parents', it was cleaning. Like, I think it was Saturday morning, every day you clean. And I always had clutter, clothes, toys, all kinds of stuff. Even back then, when you have a clean room, you just feel like you can do so much. Like, you feel so good. You feel so productive when something's clean and organized. And that's how I am now, right? Everything is clean and organized. And I'm getting to a place where I want to just get even deeper into that, where it's like less stuff, focusing more on what matters than just things. Living a simple life doesn't mean boring to me. It just means that I'm putting my priorities in the right place. And I have stuff. I have things, but I don't have a lot of them. And a lot of the things that I did have, I sold a lot of it, or it's at my parents' house because I don't need it. But I say all this stuff because being a minimalist can do so much for me. I kind of live that way now, somewhat, but I know I could do much better. And I don't know, I guess and it'll allow me to save more money because I'm not putting so many monthly subscriptions out there. I'm not putting looking on Amazon or eBay or whatever it is to go buy more things that will buy happiness for a temporary period of time to get stuff. And with me, Jesus is pretty much my priority, 100%. Everything else is merely an add-on. Like, I have this. Let me show you. So this is a Meta Quest 3. It's a VR headset, and I show this because I love this thing. It's one of the things that I own, and I use it to have really good experiences. I meet friends on there and stuff like that. So me being a minimalist, it's not that you have nothing and just sure, you can go as far as you want. I could go as far as just not having any wants, but just having food, shelter, and water. I could go that far. But I do think it's important. You can have some things that you would, but for me, I'm like, well, where you can have external things to bring happiness, right? For me, it's like Jesus is this true center of joy in my life, to where I don't need anything to fulfill a happiness outside of Him. Everything else, from meeting friends online or playing an instrument, they bring happiness, but it's not priority happiness, secondary happiness, right? It's the joy where it feels good to play an instrument, it feels good to do this, but it doesn't diminish the joy that I have every day with Jesus. So being a minimalist doesn't do anything but help me. And one thing about having some things that make you happy, it makes me enjoy those things even more, because I have just these things that I know will to escape, to to just worship with God with the instrument or whatever it is. You cherish those things even more when it's what you have, right? Because it's kind of like if there's a person in foreign countries, they have no toys, they have no nothing. The second they see a toy there, like from the United States, they see a toy, they're drawn to it, and they are so happy with that, because there is none over there in some parts of the world, whatever. Because they play with plastic bottles or creeks with a little bit of water, they'll find something to be happy about. They'll find things. So I think having things that really make you have some excitement, possessions that you have, keep those things, because you'll respect them and love them more than just having a whole bunch of cluttering things that you really don't need, thinking that they make you happy but they don't. And I know I'm kind of saying this like for you to become a minimalist, but I'm not. I'm kind of just saying it, I guess, in how I'm thinking, and just kind of saying it to you, if that makes sense. Because of course you live your life. My parents don't live this way, and my sister doesn't live this way. I don't know anybody that lives the way that I'm wanting to live my life. And yeah, it's not for everybody, but it fits me and how I want things. Of course, I live alone, so I'm able to do it as far as and deep as I want to go. Let me know if any of you have ever wanted to become a minimalist or looked at the idea of it, into it, and if it intrigued you, or if you're like, no, I like my stuff, I guess. I think the whole idea of me wanting to become a minimalist came from cleaning. It came from cleaning 3 times a week, and I don't like cleaning. Not that I hate it, but it's just I don't like to do it. I like to see the apartment, my car, when it's done, when it's already clean, because you appreciate things more when it's clean. So I clean as much as possible. As much as I don't like it, I do it. And when I clean it and it's spotless, everything, then you just feel so free. Because I don't have a lot of clutter. I don't have to do dust knickknacks all the time. I don't have to do all this stuff. I really don't have a lot of things. Like, I have a plant here, but I could just take that plant off, wipe it down, wipe that table down, and I'm good. I don't have a whole lot of clutter. So I'm somewhat living minimalist already, but like I said, I could do a lot better than that. And for me, being a minimalist to me also means less phone, less things like that. Almost like detoxing, getting clutter out of your mind, and also clutter out in your apartment. Because for me, the way I live my life in the apartment is the way I like my mind, clean and spotless, So I don't take any type of, I don't watch, listen to anything that's going to imbalance that. I make sure that I read, I pray, and people will say, well, that doesn't sound very happy, sounds boring, it sounds stressful trying to keep up with that. It really isn't. It's freedom. Being with Christ is free. I feel free. I'm living my life the way that fits me, and it's helped me to, I really don't care about anything other than Jesus, playing my instruments and having my friends and things like that, going to see family. I make my videos all the time, work, and I'm pretty content. I'm more than content. My car, my apartment, my mind, my heart, everything, they're all the same, clean. I do my best to clean as much as I can out here, and keeping up with my heart's cleanliness by not feeding it anything other than good, pure things. To some people, like I said, may sound stressful, but it's only stressful if you do it wrong. It's only stressful if you're really holding on, gripping, and you're trying to be something that's not you. But this is me. Yeah, I think I'm going to. Hopefully, the next video that comes out is kind of like getting more started onto this minimalistic journey somewhat. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it, I guess, for just a little bit. I don't know. Like I said, let me know your thoughts on being a minimalist and what your, if you know anybody that has or is living that lifestyle right now, and if maybe this video opened your eyes to the idea. And again, I wasn't. This video isn't about me wanting you to become something that isn't you, but I'm kind of saying it in a different perspective that I guess is pointed at you, but I'm not meaning it in that way. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.